Hey, what's going on, everybody? Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Ben here again, the advertising alchemist. You may have heard that before and thought to yourself, what the hell does it mean? What is advertising alchemy? And today I want to explain to you exactly what that is. So, think of the highest paid profession in the world. You might think it's a movie star or a plastic surgeon, doctor, maybe a lawyer. And I would tell you that it's actually selling. Because what all those people do is they sell something. The movie star sells entertainment, the doctor sells health, lawyers sell freedom if you're about to go to jail. Anyway, it's selling. And when you think of classic selling, it's usually person to person, it's over the phone maybe, or, well, it's basically one-to-one. And what I learned is that there's actually a skill out there, it's called copywriting. And that's what I've been studying for the past 2 years. Studying and learning, writing every day, implementing. Copywriting is basically taking your sales message and instead of giving it to one person, it's one to many. So if you can think, the hardest part of selling is having enough time in the day to talk to every single prospect. That's the really limiting factor on your money and your income. And copywriting lets you write a message, send it out to everybody, and then they come to you, automatically positioning yourself as an expert. They're coming to you instead of you going to them. So there's an attraction factor there, and there's so many other benefits. It's crazy. And today's video is not really, I don't want to explain to you what copywriting is, because if you've been watching a few of my videos, you probably already know. So what I want to explain today is how do you learn copywriting? So I'll tell you how I learned it and the advice I got and how I would teach it to someone today. All right, cool. So I first heard of copywriting from a little book called The Education of Millionaires by Michael Ellsberg, I believe. Yeah. And in this book, he talked about these copywriters, Dan Kennedy, Frank Kern, a bunch of other marketers like Maria Forleo, Seth Godin, and the list goes on. And he explained this copywriting idea, and he explained how to teach yourself marketing and copywriting. And what they said is to make another Google email, or example. I have another one that's specifically for opting into people's lists. It's my R&D, research and development email. And what you want to do is start subscribing to all these marketers' lists. This is the advice that they gave. Subscribe to the list and see the different personality types like that they sell to you, so you can kind of get a feel for your own voice once you start say you start building your list or making videos like this or writing blog posts. So for example, a different personality type is the hard sell. Like Dan Kennedy is just like, buy my shit now, you're stupid if you don't. And then there's like Frank Kern, and he's really funny and personable and authoritative and stuff, and he gives away so much value that you're like, oh wow, like I have to I feel bad for not buying your thing. And then there's other ones like Ramit Sethi, Ramitsethi. He gives away tons of content. There's Seth Godin. He's like a different blog every day. There's literally, the list goes on. There's like Ty Lopez and Nick Singal, all these affiliate marketers. What you want to do is get on the list, and instead of just paying attention to their voice, however, there's two things that you should pay attention to. So the number one is the sequence of the emails that you get from them. So take Ramit Sethi, for example. When you sign into his list, this is what I want you to pay attention to. This is how you don't get bogged down by tons and tons of junk mail. I want you to see what's the email I sent you. The very first one, is it trying to sell you something right away, or is it content? In Ramit's case, he'll send you a content, like useful tips on how to do this. And the second email's another useful tip, and then a cool blog, and then a video. And the third one, he mentions his product, which is 0 to launch. And then, he actually launches his product through his email list. You can't get it anywhere else. But basically how the whole way it's laid out is just content, give, and then boom, ask. And then sign a deadline and say it's going away in a few more days. These are all the people that benefited. So that's number one, it's sequencing. So once you get on all these people's lists, pay attention to when you start getting pitches. Ty Lopez, for example, when you get on his list, he'll just give you like a bajillion book recommendations, and then it'll be like, hey, buy this other product, and then next thing you know, it's pretty much like pitch content, pitch instead of the opposite way. And the next thing I want you to pay attention to is the actual the words that they say to you, and by that I mean like the structure. So number one, you want to make another, like say a Google document file. Old school copywriters create something called a swipe file, and what that is they basically put ads that they found that something captured their attention in an ad, or not even an ad, in a book. They said, oh, that's interesting, throw it in the swipe file. So that's what you want to do. You want to make, I have like a massive Google document, so you want to keep headlines, you want to keep offers, stories, ways to handle objections, hooks. So basically a hook is in headline too, introductions, offers, again, I said that, closes, call to actions, all this stuff you want to keep track of. And one way to, or not one way to, but one suggestion I would have is to think ahead down the road what specific industry and niche you want to be in. So for example, if it's health and fitness, keep all the health and fitness, your ads and stuff separate. So that'll help you. You don't want to copy them, but it helps to give you ideas and stuff. Like old school copywriters would have like 3x5 index cards with like 500 headlines on them from like National Enquirer or stuff, and they just read through them, and then boom, they'll give you an idea. So yeah, that's the quickest thing you can do is to learn marketing for free and copywriting. Just subscribe to a few people's lists, a few of the great internet marketers and affiliate marketers, and keep a swipe file, and then pay attention to what they tell you. And then furthermore, once you do that, you can look at existing offers and sales letters out there, and a great place to find them is on ClickBank. So to find the really good ones, you go to the affiliate marketplace and click down on gravity and sort by the highest gravity, because gravity is the higher the gravity, the more it's selling. So that means it's a really good offer. So you can take them and then start analyzing them. So, okay, like what are they doing here? Why am I interested here? How do they make you read on? How do they get you excited instantly and hook your attention? How do they justify their price? That's the sort of thing that's going to take you from an amateur copywriter to at least decent, really quick, if you just spend your time analyzing them. So I hope this helped, and yeah, stay tuned for some cool videos, and have a good day. Bye.